So those that show themselves as crying will be the one that will cry into their death and die. I'm not kidding. So this particular one is the I just checked on the UPS website to check to see if the if the package assigned to Odia Junior and Odia Devon, if they receive it, no one is a child. It's very clear. It's more than clear. No one is a child now. It's more than solid. So everyone is told what not to do and what to do. So there's no confusion in never countable ways. There's no confusion that those that will now say that they tried, they don't know what they're supposed to do, or that they're cheating on themselves, that they don't know how to take care of themselves. So at any level of self-awareness, projecting waste product is also death and disease. So I'm gonna go straight, identify myself with my name, so I take that identify myself and give back to my day. And the that force that gave me life, the one, not Satan or any God, not through pregnancy, not through having a child or vomiting their babies or hashing their babies. None of those things. Those things are false. So the imaginary pictures, just like we talk about the pictures they're showing. So identify, will be able to identify me. I'm in never countable location because of the march. Those that march, that force that gave them life, are more than capable to be in never countable infinity, never ending infinity locations with their physical self, not just the thought, with their physical self, because they've merged that force that gave them life and they merge into everything before any reality. So I did for myself, so that it's already completed. My name is Odai Chimokepiktel, as I'm someone that is obedient to my more, to that force that gave me life, to more day, to indije, to never countable, to the play, to the monarch, to the work, to the upper, to the US, to the militaries and to the lands and all the never countable infinity, never ending infinity marriage beings, not of marriage beings that are already obedient to that force that gave them life. Not Papa, not Mama, not any Satan. Or when you go, those are decayed beings projecting what they are not. Those ones that insist that they will never learn, that they will project whatever they want, which is a sort of death and disease. So I just clicked on the UPS website to check to see the package, the information, the latest I sent to Uday Devon and Uday Junior in 114 Lake Street in P body. P the body to be with yourself if they have received it. So every indication shows they receive it. But then as I was so I'll play this, so I'll turn the camera up the other side, not upside down, never to turn things upside down quick, or never to switch things and quick so that I turn the camera to view. So we'll view this, and after that I'll then give I will then give my comment. You're looking at the picture. You're looking at the picture. This is that I want to make my voice fall into that mimicking and that disobedience and not learning and that saying. It's a picture more to use this also. Picture more picture that force that gave me life. A picture no D P the body to read yourself. P ready to with zero. A picture no D play. Picture no D monarch. Picture no D with D Africa. With D militaries. Never countable military. D police. Would P the body police, P the body tribute to self police, to a patient to report also, to file a police report, a court case. Yes, I'm not kidding. A school case also, environment and space violation cases also, and the never countable cases, and to arrest and detain and prosecute. And they approved the punishment to include death, and more than that of those that are now showing that 114 Street is boarded up. So the process is, before before the house is there's no such thing as selling the house, but we will start from what is known, from going into what the new information and the new cognitions. So that information that somebody teach, that seeing is not believing, hearing is not believing, talking is not believing, experiencing something is not believing, touching something is not believing. Touching, yes. Touching something is not believing. Feeling is not believing. Because of smelling something is also not believing. But experiencing something again is not believing. Because these things can be manipulated. Those ones that they see that they will not, can send the code to make what is not happening, what never occurs. So I will. This is just a good. So I petition to the YouTube to read their YouTube policy. So this is a very good one. A very good one to show that to read, because this is also we start from what is known. So the YouTube policy, if you want to update, if you want to update, if you want to not update, if you want to upload, those that they want to project thought will fall into their thought, and I'm not kidding. If you want to upload the video to the real YouTube video, not those that not those that now want to not those that want to upload their dreams and their imagination in their very eyes. The real OD YouTube knows the difference between reality and what is not there, and that's also why they wrote this thing. They say, authored content. Do any of the following describe your content? Make a real person. The real person is the individual that is given permission, authorization from that force that gives them life to be in that reality. Make a real person appear to say and or do something that they did not say or do. The second one, not the third one, the second one. This is the projecting confusion. Be the one that fall into their confusion, confusion, and they're not listening, and they're not being obedient to that force that gives them life, and they will be the one that will die. I'm not kidding. Those that are saying those nonsense will be in their own boat and die. I'm not kidding. So authored footage of a real event and a place. Generate realistic looking scene that did not actually occur. Then they will say, the person will check if it's yes or no. To follow YouTube policy, you are required to tell us if your content is authored, synthetic, that is what is not real, what is artificial. Artificial is not real, or seems real. This includes realistic sounds, visuals made with the AI. That's also known as artificial intelligence. I've talked about this. It's not what is being called. Photoshop, video editing software, where they will now edit. And if this is the case, from every indication, this is the case of what they are doing. They are now editing a real event, a real house, to now show that that is boarded up, or other tools that those that insist that they will not learn. So I'm going to take away these tools that they're using, and that ability also to cognize these things, these wrong ideas, to take away these things away from them. Yes, I'm not kidding. So somebody to say it in never countable communication that the house, the house in 114 Street is not boarded up. That before an individual, before, I won't even say it in that form. There's no such thing as selling or buying a house. That's also an imaginary. Somebody to evidences of this. There's no such thing as selling. Somebody to people to refer to self to say this thing. There's no such thing as buying and selling of house. That's an imaginary. Just like eating a meat. Yes, just like eating a meat. No one is eating fishes and meat. No one has the authority to kill another life form for food. It does not matter if they're showing them that they're animals or that they are walking on four legs. That's also what is not happening. That's also imagination. So I push more to show in real time, to use it also to teach. I push more to petition or they and the dealers or the Ushame or the US or the never countable militaries, to show the evidences that saying is not believing. Doing is not believing, experiencing something is not believing, smelling is not believing, touching is not believing, feeling is not believing, hearing is not believing, because these things can be manipulated by those ones that insist that they will not learn. So petition mmuo to arrest and detain and prosecute. Petition mmuo to petition my never countable and in infinity marriage self in never countable relatives have already solved all the issues coming from those ones that insist that they will not learn, to punish, to approve the punishment, to include death of those that are doing this. But that information also that the House wants that the court process is still going on, that the experience of marriage is not real. So marriage is a dream, an imagination of them now claiming that they are married to someone when they are not, when it's not what is happening. That I never married Chioma, but I will still go to court and also file appeal to the divorce ruling, which is also fairness. How can someone now write this? I have the copy of the divorce ruling here. Then here they said that Chimanoke will be, the plaintiff will be referred as a father, and I've denounced that I don't accept the thought of being a father or mother to anyone, to any. Devin and Gino are not human beings. I won't say humans. Take the whom out of the man. That is bending. That's in the bend with their butt. That's also gay, and that's also death and disease. Also, that's cognition issue. So that I am not a father, I'm not a mother. I do not accept the thought of being parent to anyone. So I'm not a father, I'm not a mother. This is also the basis of their decision, and it is also against the First Amendment right also talks about religion. That the First Amendment right prohibits religion and its practices also, and this is also a repetition of the American and the Constitution, or the U.S. Constitution, and the never countable Constitution to say these things for what it is. Because these are those ones that do not, those ones that does not accept to take care of themselves. So the question will be asked: what happens to a life form that refuses to take their shower and lying about it? And I've talked about this also in Salem, probate court in Salem, that the individual will die. But before it happens, they'll be told in never countable communication what is the causes of what is their problem, and who are the ones causing their problem. And if they say they don't remember or that they don't know what to do, then they will provide them that information of what they are supposed to do and what not supposed to do. So they'll be told in never countable communication that is also what is causing them to put their hand in their butt, whether it's imagination or not imagination. Not taking their shower is what is causing them to think in the ways they are thinking, to think that there's no such thing as a father or a mother or parenthood, or because these things are controlling tools they use to deceive themselves and project that deception to others. So what is the cause of gay is known, not taking their shower, not listening to that force that gave them life, deciding that they will not listen, they will project whatever they want, which is also death and disease. I have not talked about this in this format, so I'm not kidding. So those that now say that all the diseases is caused by not drinking, they're getting water in their system, and also petition their mother for the given life to petition the water life form to get water in their system, to petition also in the never countables to petition the petition of the to petition to petition the food life form, they will approve food life form. So fish and meat is not an approved. It does not matter. They will not say it's the imagination. Those that eat in imagination will also die is the picture also. So those that refuse that they will not eat approved food, that they will eat fish and meat, they will eat themselves. Meat, M-E-A-T. If you separate M-E and put another E in A-T, it becomes me, them. That instead they will not lie, they are eating themselves and lying about it. So the physical being, the more that will create a physical being that is obedient, will not create those that will eat themselves, whether it's in the imagination, whether they say they're playing or having fun, will not create them. So those ones that they are eating fish and meat are not in reality. I never ate fish and meat. That's a projection coming from those ones. The person want to ask, the person want to petition each and every was to ask that picture they sent, if it is real or not. The answer have already came through. So, but if you look at the unfairness in the divorce ruling that they sent, and before that time frame, when they made this decision, I sent letters. I called to ask if the divorce was ready, and they say it was not ready. Even before they signed it, they said that it's not ready. I have documentation of the emails for these things. So I'm not going. I'm not going to. I'm going to say these things so that those that will look at the appeal, that is already filed. Because once you're thinking about anything with that force that gave you life, it's done instantly. So they now here they say that that the court took judiciary notice of the facts, findings, the proposed findings of fact and judgment, whether they say off or not off. This seems to be treated as its face value. So that proposed findings, I would say proposed findings for and off is more than that, or anything they will present. Facts and the judgment were due. Those are saying those thoughts will fall into their thought and the trickery and the stupidity, and I am not kidding. Those are saying that that is not born from here. That's a foolish and stupid argument also. Those the OD America does not speak from their nose. Those that speak from their nose are those that have their nose have decayed. I'll be very clear, and I petition OD America to say it in ways that it will be recognizable by those this information is enough, and also to correct those that are speaking in their nose. Those from Africa also do not speak with heavy accent. Those also imaginaries also what they're showing. I do not speak like that. The way they will say that I'm speaking. So you're looking at this, right? And they will not show that in Africa they are very poor, in America they are very rich. That's also illusion. That's not what is happening. That's what they're using to present that fight outlook for people to put their heads together. Yes, for people to put their heads together to fight, for nations to put their heads to fight, for planet to put their heads to fight, for galaxy, for universe, for galaxy to put their heads to fight. Yes. That's also those ones that are doing this are the ones that decided that they will present war to others. Those others say there's no healing. So I'll be very clear, because someone is told in never countable communication to take their shower will not come and cry that they need healing. There is no such thing as healing. Yes, there's no such thing as healing. That what they are calling pharmacy is not what is there. Pharmacy is not what. There's no medication. There's no drug. These things are imaginary. Imaginary is just like fish and meat. That what is in the place they will call pharmacy is plant life form that someone will use to resolve any issue, any projections. I've not talked about this. Any projection coming from those ones that insist that they will not learn. I'm not kidding. So we'll continue this. I want to read some part of this information, some part of the ruling. Then I will continue. I will say what I want to say. Then I will say what I have already said. My mom have already. Before I open my mouth to start this communication, that force that gave me life, I've already verbalized. Never countable communication. The right information from the wrong information. So there's no anxiety. There's no pride, there's no anxiety, there's no fear, there's no ego, there's no pride, there's no jealousy, there's no envy, there is no mason, there is no forgiveness, there's no compassion, there is no trust for and of discussing the right information, because the right information will be stated in never countable ways and restated in never countable ways and confirmed with never countable examples and experiences of that thing, like drinking your water is life itself. Not drinking your water or drinking your water upside down or not washing yourself is death and disease. Those that have done those things, that refuse to wash themselves and drink their water, have all died. I'm not kidding. So there's no fear or anxiety of the right information or discussing the right information from the wrong information. Again, the information will be discussed. The more that force that gave physical being life will provide never countable information to point, and the common sense also in this in the things will confirm that this is the right information, and what is not the common sense, because as you're using your mouth to look at what does not make sense, what does not make sense will not jump out. What does not make sense will kill itself, and the real things will show itself for what it is. So this divorce paper that I'm holding is not the real court document, but it will still be treated as such. So if I picture my mouth to turn it upside down, then we'll be able to see the real court document, and then I've read it with my mom. Yes. So with this information, that that the court took judiciary notice of the findings, proposed findings and fact and judgment that was due on August 16, 2021, with no opposition. So this is also false. So this is also not correct. So I'll be point blank. This is intentionally written in to now distort, to deny that 14th Amendment, to deny a U.S. citizen or a naturalized citizen. That's no such thing as bad. To deny them justice and fairness. Yes, on purpose also. So there's if there's no such thing as a lawyer. It's also like judges. There's no such thing as judges. Yes, no one is at the head. Yes, that being at the head now, it will now amount to saying that someone is more important than the other. Yes, how these things are, the more have given the evidence is how these things are, but to not be for those that want to use it to destroy themselves. You know that thing they do now, they say they're on top of their head, that they want to jump on top of their head or on top of a building. So the question will be asked to those that are doing it: why are they now claiming, whether it's imaginary or not, why are they claiming that they're on top of another being's head, or on top of a building head, on top of a court building in Salem? There's one that showed that they are. This one are showing themselves as a judge, that they now project that they're on top of the building. The building is just a life form will tell them not to do it, and they never can ever communicate. Then if they say they will not listen, then boom boom happens. That means that not from that individual have died. Boom boom happens, that that's the more punished and approved they're very dead. But before it happens, I'm not laughing. Before it happens, they'll be told the reasons why they should not do that. So they say the court took judiciary notice of the file without opposition. So how would you write up? I'm not kidding. Those are the ones to project their skin that they are a white person, or they don't know the difference. I'm not kidding. Those are the ones who close their ear and die. They don't know the difference between. Those are the ones to project physics, who fall into their physics and die. They don't know the difference between a yellow and white. They don't know the difference between a yellow and white. So those that now want to project their skin is also that thing, that is also a war thought. Now saying that they are better than the other, then the other person should now do what they should never do, which is anyone that project their skin, you use that force that gave you life, and they take their skin. Yes, you petition your more to arrest their skin. They're showing that they are better than another person, or they're showing richness and poorness, that they are rich with a car that does not move, or with a plane that does not fly. I'm not laughing. You petition your more to take those very things they're showing that they are rich, to take it away from them, and also to put it in their eyes that thing, that imaginary that they're showing as skin, that is being taken away from them, and that car they're showing that they have a car is being taken away from them. That platform that they say that they are sitting upon in the courtroom is also being taken away from them, and they will be shown in never countable ways that what they are projecting is not what is happening. It's like they are projecting a dream, their imagination of what's not right to themselves and to others. So this is that opposition, that this is not true. They never gave me the findings, the proposed findings. Those that are making those arguments to fall into the argument and die. The proposed findings of fact and judgment. They never gave it to me to review. So how will you now write up a judgment when the individual that you're deciding did not oppose, and you did not find out from that individual whether they will oppose it or not? See how the unfairness smells. Then you look at, and I've talked about this, Chiamaka. There's no such thing as a father. Chiamaka is not my familiar. Before the time they said that Chiamaka was pregnant and gave birth to Chiamaka, I have stopped having sexual. At that levels of awareness also, I never had sexual intercourse with Chiamaka, because Chiamaka is an imaginary, a dream. What is not happening? Marriage is not real. Marriage is a dream. Somebody to explain it in ways that those that this information is meant for will understand it. Yes, and those that are going through divorce, those that are understanding that Parenthood also is also imaginary. It's not what is happening that day. It's imaginations of those individuals that insist that they will not learn, as projecting themselves as a gang, and then projecting those destructive thought information as that they are there, but they are not there. So person will need to teach me how to say these things, how to write it, and how to teach it. Yes, so that those that does not understand what's going on knows for sure that marriage is not a real experience. That marriage is an imaginary imagination, dream of those that now claim that Chimoloke came to their church to marry them, and that's never happened. That's also a dream they're showing as real when it is not real, when that never happened, just like the YouTube policy we talked about. I'm not kidding. So that when they said that Chema gave birth, that I have stopped having relationship with, I stopped what they consider as sex, which is also that talked about sex, is they are the ones projecting that sex. That's not the real sex. That's also that thing they do with their hand now. That thing they do, I won't do it. That thing they do with their hand. That's also imaginary. That's never happens. Yes, I'm not good at imagination. And if someone day to also make it very clear that the person they will call Chiamaka is never my familiar, is a destructive thought, a disobedient thought, someone that that decided that they will not learn, and those that also that are wearing them, and those that are wearing trauma. Yes, and yes, those I will say yes and no will fall into the yes and no and die. I'm not kidding. So then I think I did a complaint to the Judiciary Commission in the Massachusetts against those that called them against the judge, yes, and those that also were that judge as a thought house and as also an individual. I filed a complaint also in the Massachusetts Judiciary Commission also against her for the things she wrote here. That does not make sense. I'm not kidding. And also, and the complaint for modification that I filed, that she denied all of it. Yes, that she denied all of it. So that's also on record also. So with this information, and also the date and time I filed divorce is not what is written here. They will write it is on June 24, 2021. It's not June 24, 2021. It is June 24, 2019. So 19, 20, 21. So I'll just video this. I'll video this court paper. So this is the court paper. I marked it up because I'm reviewing. I've already reviewed it, and I wish I more to review it further also to show what is real and what is not real. In the morning, the do Salem court also to review it to show what is not real and what is real also. For seeing is not believing. Those that are saying that thought that they have died, they are the ones that have fallen into their death. Those that have accepted to be obedient to that force that gave them life. You cannot kill them in any form, in any way. Yes, even in the imagination, because that force that gave them life. So this is the findings for and of fact and rationale for their decision. So I also marked up this things as response. This submission of the distance I'm trying to use it to teach also. So they said that the father, I'm not the father. So these things they're saying that the post drama with the PTSD combat related that is not what is called also, and somebody to show the true evidence of what is this and what it is not. Those that now want to use any information to now want to defraud themselves will not be able to defraud the DVA or the US or the Veteran Affairs. I'm not kidding. So the true reasoning, because Demon knows the intentions of everyone, knows why anyone is filing a disability. So Demon knows, or DVA knows everything, knows those that are lying and those that are not lying, and will not approve the disability for those that decided that they will that those that are not in reality, that those ones are lying and denying it. Yes, those that will now file that they have that those that will claim file the false insurance claims and never filed any false insurance claim. That's not what is happening also in that in that aspect. So petition was there to show that to show also the German's immigration status. That's saying that it's not, there's no such thing. It's not very clear. There's no such thing as an immigrant visa. There's no such thing as a visiting visa. There's no such thing as a work visa. That these things are imaginations that they're using to deceive and destroy themselves. Yes, I'm not kidding. Appreciate they Walmart to they to the Home Depot to say it in ways that it to be understood by those this information is meant for. So in this also here, they now Jamal gave this is also a line also, which is also a crime. Jamal gave information that that today Devon never had this autism breakthrough. Yes, never had this. It's also a big lie. People to show evidences. People the school system to show the evidences for this also. And the never countables and the never countable civilization have already solved all the issues coming from those ones that insist that they will not learn to show the evidences for this. I'm videoing this also. I'm videoing this this information, and then for a purpose also because I'm also mark it up in response to it. So the court process is same thing all over everywhere you go. So anyone that those that call themselves judge that will not give individual not a benefit of that another individual the right that guaranteed right in the U.S. Constitution to defend themselves against what they will call credible witnesses, then that's also a criminal activity under the 14th Amendment right to now deny someone the opportunity to ask questions to those that are accusing them of any crime or those that are providing false information to now do whatever they want. So that argument they will present that the individual is not born here is also a falsehood. There's no such thing as being born in the first place. Yes, there's also optional the US to say it in ways that it will be understood by those that this information is meant for. Yes, I'm not kidding. The petition will be those that are sending destructive thought will fall into their thought, and the petition will to the never countables to show that marriage is not is at law, not Lord, at law, LAD, not law, and never law. That marriage is not an acceptable thought. It's not common sense. Yes, that the Constitution, the First Amendment, right, bans and prohibit the exercise of religion and religious practices also. Those that are pushing and pulling destructive thought to now want to water down or want to now want to misinterpret the First Amendment and the 14th Amendment and all the U.S. Constitution or wicked Constitution or Haiti Constitution or any or the Blake Constitution, the Nebraska, the Massachusetts Constitution. Those that now want to misinterpret it on purpose are the ones that are not in reality. They're the ones that have decided that they will not listen, and their death has been guaranteed. I'm not kidding. But before them more takes away their very existence away from them, before it happens, they be told in never countable communication the causes why they are thinking in the fashion they are thinking. Yes, they be told in never countable communication why they are thinking the way they are thinking, why they are not able to cognize the common sense in everything. The question will be asked, why does the rain fall? And I've talked about this in the day Fort Not Bragg, that if you figure out one issue, just one issue, not a challenge, there's no challenge. Those are challenges what they use to cause their very decay and death. If you figure out one, never to challenge anyone, but to use your more to eliminate those that are pushing and pulling that code of forgetfulness, and also challenge also. So if you figure out one issue, one problem, not two, not three, not four, not five. If you figure out one issue, you figure out why the rain falls. You figure out why the sun shines. You figure out why we cleanse ourselves, both inside self and outside self with our more. It's possible. I won't say it in that format. I don't use the word. That's also from the Lion book, so I will not use any word they use or thought they use. So you figure out why we cleanse ourselves and also petition our more to cleanse the inside of ourselves also. If you figure out why, if you cook and they refuse and they reject to clean the pot and your plate, things will start growing on it. Common sense. But they said that they cook that food to a boiling point, that they have killed everything that is in that food. That's also the intention, to destroy anything they see or perceive or understand. So, but they say they boil that food to 100 degrees Fahrenheit to a boiling point, that it will kill everything that is in there. They're not saying jam. It's not what they're saying. They're saying they have eliminated that life form. Yes, that's what they're saying, not the jam. The jam they are the ones that are the jam. I'm not kidding. Destructive thought also are called the jams also. So if you cook a soup or cook a rice or cook depending on that individual culture, no culture is more important than another culture. No culture is on top of another culture. So I'll be very clear. I want to be much clearer. I will do to be much clearer. I will do to be much clearer. And if you cook, option will do Walmart to be much clearer. Option will do Home Depot to be much clearer. Option will do never countable match base to be much clearer. Option will do Germany to be much clearer. Option will do South Africa to be much clearer. So if you cook a food, OD food. So when we talk about cooking food, OD approved food. Fish and meat are not approved food. No one has the authority and the right to eat another life form, even in pretense, even in the imagination of it also. So if you cook the OD food, if you do not wash your pot, things will start going on it. If you do not, those that want to close the ear will close the ear and die. Things will start going on it. But they said they boiled that food to 100 to a boiling point. So that's also an evidence to show that that is not what is happening. Yes, that they boiled the food that they killed everything in the food. That they have, if you leave the food, if you if you don't wash your pot and your plate, things will start, bacteria and things. I want to tell us, to teach us also what start growing on the food, on the plate that was not washed. And that dark thing that start growing, and the other things that what they will consider as maggots and other things that will start growing on that food, it will be the same thing that will happen. I'm not kidding. It will be the same thing that will happen to an individual that refuse to take their shower and lying about it. Yes, those that refuse to brush their mouth and lying about it, that's also what will happen to them also. But before it happens, the never countables, the never countables will come into the environment, whatever it is or whatever they're projecting, to puncture the bubbles of their falsehood, and they tell them what is their issue and what is causing their issue. That's the papa and the mama, the marriage people, and the religious belief system, and the UFO, and also the new age people, and those that will say one thing in their thought and say the direct opposite of what they said in their thought, to present that confusion, to present those that will say yes and no, and I'm not laughing and lying about it, are the ones that decided that they will not listen, that they will not learn. So that's what happens to those that refuse to take their shower and wearing pictures and lying about it, and that will have already caused their death. But before their death happens, before that thing becomes their reality, before that decay becomes their reality, they'll be told in never countable communication. What demon does not teach with a threat, the more we teach. The more starts to teach, not slowly according to the more and the level of awareness of that being. The more we start to, because you're more mature, the more my more others are more. These are never countables are inside of everyone. The might be also in ways that those that does not accept to learn will never find that, and we do is that information is meant for do DNA, so they will never know that information. So, but the more knows what an individual consider to be true or what individual consider not to be true. So there's no magic, there's no signs and wonders, there's no miracle. So, but they'll be told. If they say they don't know what to do, that they'll be told to wash their plate. If they told they don't, if they say that they will not, they will don't know what to do. The information is a life form. Will state itself in never countable commission, and we need cognition why they should clean themselves and wash their plate and wash their environment and wash their space, their room. And if they insist that they will not do that, the more will continue to ask them until that time the more confirms and reconfirms that that individual, that thought, that thing, that life form or not life form, decided that they will not listen, that they will not clean themselves and clear themselves, decided that they will accept death and disease and decay. Then the more will lock them down and approve their death. And the time the more will take away their very life will be when the more decide, but the more will still using it to teach a lesson. So when that decision, when the being knows, when they more present that information, what they're supposed to do, what they said they forgot, in real time as they're considering to do the bad things, they more present the information in never countable ways, in ways that it cannot be distorted or misinterpreted to be something else. They more takes away the distortions coming from those ones that insist that they will not learn. And the ones they more confirm that that being now knows the right things from the wrong things, knows the consequences of not cleansing and cleaning themselves and not clearing themselves and not drinking water. Then the dancing begins. Then I will dance for their more, my more, and the morning, because that have solved the issue. That being that insists that they will not learn will never be able to project their deception to another being or to deceive themselves. And they are under lockdown, and they more have already not passed judgment, they more have decided already. They more have shown the evidences from that recording of 126. They are the ones that insist that they will not learn. They're the ones that they won't get anything from it. They're the ones that insist that they will not listen to common sense approach. Yes, for fairness for all and fairness to themselves also. So that's how it is. So with this information, patient or more to patient or they to never countables to do the recommendation, the review. They have to never ending review, the continuous review. They have to learn lesson, the feedback, and the following of this concept to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the level, to infinity and beyond infinity. Patient day to also show the evidences how they did that picture, their planning session, and to arrest and detain and prosecute, and also to approve their death and more than that. I'm not kidding. So with this, I will. I conclude, and then if I want to declare never countable ones on those that will provide false information, or now say what I never said, or now say what I didn't say, or now say that it's fairness. OD YouTube court is real. It's fairness to show what those ones that are saying, those ones that are projecting things and saying what is not real, what they're doing, showing the true court, the not true court paper, showing the court paper they sent. And them all saying in never countable complaint that is not the correct court paper, it's a reality. Yes. Those that now want to say another thing will fall into their death and die. YouTube, the internet is a space. The OD YouTube court have already taken those that have projected this to court and have processed them. I'm not kidding. I'm not laughing. This is to show the fairness for all. Because anyone that insists that they will not be fair to themselves are the ones that have decided that they will that they have died. Yes, because that will cause their very death. I'm not kidding. So with this, I thank Modi, I thank Ndodi, I thank Modi families and similar collectives. And I restate again that marriage, with that force that gave me life, that marriage is not real, it's not a real experience. Those that does not take their shower, those that does not cleanse and clean themselves from destructive thoughts that project and falsehood would not know the difference between what is real and what is not real. You know that thing they do in the movie thing, right? That they'll say you go to a movie and then watch the movie that you have ordered. Not me. I did not order any movie. Then you go to a movie, right? And they say sit down. Not me. But the person wanted to use that movie that they're going to teach those that does not understand what they're doing to show their planning session where they are planning their lives and their trickery and all the things they will project to show in real time. And also they were told not to do those things also. I'm not laughing. So those that does not take their shower, yes, with physical water, not a mind. That's also not mind, not an imaginary. With physical water and physical soap, and the eyes are and disinfectant and the two and the bleach, small bleach in that the disinfectant in that culture. Do that say they will not take their shower and cleanse themselves? I've already taken that. You know that thing they do, right? When you take a shower, they say that they will not say that they are the back of their own head, the back of their own head, that they ones taking the shower when they are not the ones taking the shower. When you do an exercise, they say that they want to buy the exercise. These things are what they're saying in their thought, and this is also those ones that they face to learn. Those ones that have distorted thought and destructive thought. Then if you anything the rabbins are doing, they say they want to buy it, and there's no such thing as buying an exercise. There's no such thing as buying the energy that comes from biking or walking or doing an exercise. That's no such thing as that. Yes, those are the ones that are not in reality. There's no such thing as eating a waste product. Yes, or buying a waste product, whether it's a saliva, whether it's a physics. Those are the obedient to that force that give them. I talked about how to eat approved food. Before you eat the food, you petition more to petition the food life form to take permission. Taking permission, authority, authorization, and instruction from your mmuo is life. Is any other thing is death and decay. So you petition your mmuo to petition the food life form. Yes, I talked about this in the YouTube also in 2023. You take permission from your mmuo to petition. You petition your mmuo to petition the food life form to get the approved food in your system. Petition mmuo to teach us also in a secured way. If it's not the mouth, that is, it's not where they now. If it's not how it is, then the more upset. The mouth cannot be at the back. The mouth cannot be here. The mouth is not here. The mouth is not here. I'm not sounding that way. The mouth is not here. The mouth is not your ear or nose or eyes. But you know what they do? Those that are saying those things, they'll be the one that fall into that nonsense they're showing and die. I'm not kidding. So the mouth is when they have decided to be. And the petition wanted to show more petition more to petition the food life form. How it's done will not be shown. They not say that you are chewing the food. You are not chewing the food. Chewing means killing now. Chewing something to kill it. Yes. Chewing something to kill it. Yes. So petition wanted to teach us everything. Petition wanted to petition the ability never can tell us to teach us everything. But the new things and the new cognition will not be taught to those that want to use it to destroy themselves and lie about it. I'm not kidding. So with this information, those that does not take their shower would not be able to tell when their papa and mama people and their marriage people and the husband people and the UFO and the UFOs are not real also. When the mama people and the papa people and their bunch and the wives and husband are playing a movie in their very eyes or in their system, they will not know the difference because they are the ones that insist that they will not learn. Those that accept to learn, the more we teach them, the more we taught them how they're doing it, their planning session. And there's clarity. Yes, there's clarity. So that shower and drinking and getting water in our system takes out and destroy those that want to project false information to a physical being, whether the ones you can see or not. I'm not kidding. Those that want to show the head of those that does not drink their water, I'm not laughing. They will fall into their projection and they will be the one that will die a natural death. I'm not kidding. So with this, I wanted to declare never countable words on those that will not say the things I didn't say, or will not give false interpretation of what I did not say or what I did not mean, and other things they will define, and the cheating never countable. And Odi Boston will also define, and Odi Salem will also define, Odi Wiki will define, Odi Omanakara will define, Odi Abba, yes, Odi Abba will define, Odi Fort Not Bag will define, and the never cantables. So there is clarity. Those that insist that they will not learn, then we will have already arrested and prosecuted them, and they'll be told also those have thought in the ways they are thinking have all died for not listening and not learning. So it's a very good sunrise. So with this, I thank Modi, I thank Odibli and the never cantables to show the evidences that everything that we talked about is real. And the definition of real and reality is when you take permission from your mmuo to petition that life form, which never can to interact with that pain or that thought. That's what is defined as an experience as reality. And that's what is reality. Not taking permission will amount to death and disease and decay. And that's also what is not reality, like dreams, imaginations. Yes, those are to say they will now take permission to fuck themselves. No one is a child. They will be the one that fuck themselves and die. I'm not kidding. So taking permission is to do the right thing, whether someone is watching or whether someone is not watching. Those that take their shower and those that are obeying and learning from their mmuo, obeying and learning from their mmuo, will not interact with those that decided that they will not clean themselves. With those that are projecting falsehood and projecting whisperers in their own very mouth, not here. So seeing is not believing, but to be treated as such. Those that are projecting falsehood, someone wants to prove their very death and destruction. I'm not kidding. Because before it happens, they were told never countable times not to do those things. Yes. In never countable communication. So there is no one cannot claim that they don't know what they're doing. The more will come and give them that thing they were told to do in never countable ways. But the more does not force, does not teach anyone, but there is consequences for doing the wrong because it's affecting everyone. Their imagination is affecting everyone. It's causing distortion and interferences with everything. Yes, they are not in reality, yes, but to be treated as such also. So with this information, I thank Modi for everything, to show the evidences that a boy cannot be a girl cannot be a boy. Two different things, two different thoughts, and two different life forms. There's no such thing as a woman. There's no such thing as a man which they are not pronouncing. Is it that a boy is a boy or not? Is that a girl is a girl or not? Those that want to combine the physical structure, whether in thought or imagination or in dreams or in any imagination, dreams are not real. We will be told in never countable communication not to do it and what is causing and what it will cause. And then we will hold them responsible and prove that death and destruction. That they force the physical part, whether the ones you can see or not, of a boy and a girl is quite different. The energy and also the not energy that holds them together, what they will consider as gravity that holds them together is quite different. A boy is not more important than a girl is not more important than a boy. I won't say it, they are two different life forms. I've talked about to describing a boy and a girl as comparing what the life form they will call a tree, a palm tree, with the life form they will call a cat. That's how big and how huge the difference look from a boy to a girl. So those are not combining the body parts of a boy and a girl, even in imagination, even in thinking about it. That force, the force of nature, will pull apart and destroy those that are doing it. But before it happens, they'll be told, never countable communication, not to do it and the reasons why they should not do it. But if they insist that they will not learn, then it happens also. That's their very existence will be taken away from them. So with this, I I conclude because of Udi Nebraska, Udi Massachusetts, Udi Nebraska, and the never countables, Udi Japan and never countables, Udi Haiti and the never countables, Udi US, Udi USSR, which is 0. I've already concluded. Udi Germany, I've already concluded. So with this, the conversation continues. Yes, the conversation continues. Those that will project what is not real will fall into that thing they are projecting, and they will be the one that will die. I'm not kidding.